So I'm out here harvesting, and so someone asked me to show when I harvest. So I almost forgot. I'm sorry. This is what I have so far, and I'm going to move to another section, and then I'll show you as I go along. Okay, I'm here at another green stalk. I see that this watermelon that I have in here is doing quite nice. It's growing nicely, actually. I don't know if I'm going to get any watermelons on it, but I'm here seeing what I can pick. So I see here that I have lots of kale. I'm gonna go ahead and take some off, and I'm taking it off because I don't want the chewing insects to get to them before I can, so I can just freeze them or can them when I get a chance, and maybe it'll clear up some sunlight for some of these other plants. So you see, I just left the central leads in, this little small one, so that it can keep growing. You know, that plant. And down here I have some yellow potatoes that I brought from Food Line. So down here at the bottom of this green stalk, I have some empty pockets. I have one there, and let's see, we have one here, and I'm going to push them down and plant them as soon as I get all of my pockets organized. So far, I guess that's 4 plants, and let's see. Okay, I got some more space right here. Got an empty pocket there and an empty pocket there. Let's see. Any more empty pockets? No, not really. Okay, so I'm going to push those down about 4 inches. Push them about 4 inches down. Maybe those pockets are 10 inches deep. I think I'm going to push them down about 8 inches. And then we'll see what we get in the fall. And on this one I have more green beans. They're not ready to pick. They're small. I'm going to leave them. And this is a tomato plant. I thought I had an empty pocket. I was about to drop something else down in there. Let's see. So, but I do have 2 empty pockets here. Got one here and one there. So I'll grab 2 more of these potatoes. These right here, what's under my feet, those are corn. I'm starting 3 rows of corn, and I will hopefully be able to transplant those very soon. So there's 2 more potato plants that I need to push down before we get our rain today. So I'm just going to leave them right on top like that so that I don't forget when I come back around from harvesting. And I'm not ready to get my fingers dirty yet. Okay, more purple green beans. Very pretty, very nice. Let me go down here and get my potatoes because I know that I have some empty pockets in this one too. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got one here, one here, one here, one here. Oh, wow, I got a lot in this one. Let's see. There, one there, one there, one there. You know, I'm looking at all these ants down here. There's lots of ants. Let's see. See those ants? Those ants are working very hard, extremely hard. So I figured I come out here and work as hard as the ant. And the Bible says, consider the ant. So sometimes, you know, you think you're working hard. Is there more you can do? We want to make sure we honor what the Bible tells us to do. It tells us to consider the ant. And some days we may not feel like working as hard as we can. And it could be because we're tired. We could have other things going on. but we still do our best, right? So that's what I try to live by, because at the end of the day, I want a clear conscience, and I want to make sure that I consider everything, including the ant. Okay, so this green stalk, it looks like I pushed some bush beans down here at the bottom, but just for further reference, I don't think I'll use the bottom tiers for bush beans in the green stalk, because they do better up on top, up in the blazing hot sun. And if you take a note of how they grow in the ground and how they grow in these green stalks, I guess the space in the green stalks maybe can be used for something else. So I'm going to try potatoes again. So I'm in another section. Oh, well, look at these. These purple ones, they are, I guess they're doing a little better. I did harvest off of here a few days ago, maybe 4 days ago, but you see the difference? You see how happy they are up on the top versus the bottom, and then you can see them better. But while I'm here, while I have these potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and put potatoes where I have empty pockets. I have 2 green stalks here, and I have a few empty pockets. I'm going to use them. Now, I haven't made up my mind yet, but I was trying to decide if I wanted to do like some potatoes somewhere else, around, not in the green stalk, because I'll show you, but I did do some more raised beds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause. I'm going to get all of these collards. No, this is kale from right here, and then I'll be back. You guys see these little green worms? You better go check your plants and get them off, because if I hadn't come out here, these kale plants will be eaten down to the bare whatever. This is what they look like. I'm not scared of them. But that white moth right there, that's what lays the eggs for these. So they might look like cute little butterflies, but they're really not. Let me see if I can find any of the eggs. See, they're all over. I'm going to take them down because I don't want to feed them, because I'm going to start some more crops, and I don't want these things to hatch and be here waiting. So I'm going to pause. Okay, so I'm finally going to harvest these greens over here, but look at this. None of those cabbage worms. Well, I don't see any damage. Let's see. No, these look pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these, and I probably won't cook them, and if I don't give them away, I will can them or freeze them. Let's see, they look pretty good too. I don't feel like cooking, it's too hot. Let's see. Okay, got some more over here. And I'll be back. Okay, so I think instead of trying to snatch all of one thing at a time, I think I'm going to just harvest as I walk around. So I got some over there, you see the pile of collard greens, and I think that's cucumbers and green beans. I'll just add them to the table, and then I'll show the final when I'm done. And then if there are any questions, if you know me, text me or call me, but you can definitely inbox me. Look, there's another one of them little worms on my I think this is cabbage. Little one of them little small cabbages. I don't know if it's going to survive. I planted it in the spring. I didn't expect it to, but we'll see. Okay, that's it for this one. And let me see here. Oh, yeah, let me get these tomatoes because you see, they're starting to split. You see that one? See, they're starting to split. I don't want that to happen, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. And this is determinate tomato plant, so pretty soon it's gonna be done anyway. The whole plant will. So I'm pleased with what I got though. I grew it in a container and not in the ground, so I really don't have any complaints out of either one. And these are starting to crack also. Now, because I have so many and they're cracking, I probably will go ahead and dehydrate these or can them so that they won't spoil. And I have enough to at least dehydrate. And if you're interested in seeing the process of me dehydrating, I'm going to use an electric dehydrator. Just let me know, and maybe one day I can do a video on those also. Okay, I got some over here on the other side to get. I'll be back. Okay, so this is my tomato harvest for today. And let's see. These cabbages look pretty good. I'm thinking about taking one, but not until I'm 100% sure that I'm going to cook it. And also, these tomatoes look good too. I don't see any pests. I don't see any pressure. And it's a shocking because this time of the year, I'm really used to pulling off, you know, tomato hornworms or some kind of pest pressure. I don't see any. And forgive me, I live very close to Andrews Air Force Base. And these things, which you hear, are flying in and out of here all day and all night. So these tomatoes are still growing. They're still green. Oh, got some yellow one. Yeah, orange down here. All of these are green though. I have no idea what they are. Okay, this now this cabbage right here, it looks like it really might be ready. I'm gonna give it a few more days. We're supposed to get some rain today, tomorrow, and I think Sunday. So I'm gonna leave it here and see if it'll beef up some more before I take it. This one, and then maybe one from over there, because I have some more in the greenhouse that needs to be started. Here you guys see, these are our volunteer potatoes from last year, and obviously something else thinks that it's a volunteer for them too, because they're digging. Now I don't know if they dig and took something or if they're just looking like me, but I don't want any problems like that. So if these are ready, don't look ready, you see how green it still is, then I thought about taking them, but they're nowhere near ready. I'm just gonna leave them. I know that these, if anything is down there, I know that they will be much larger than the ones in the green stalk. Okay, let's see. I'm just about done. These are all potatoes also. And as you guys know, I planted them late, so they're not going to come up as, they're not going to be ready as everyone else in, I guess, my zone, 7B. And that goes for all of these things too. Most of this stuff here were volunteer. Roma tomato. I'm just going to look on the bottom, see if they have any blossom end rot on them, because that's a common problem with those type of tomatoes. And it looks like this is the same type, Roma. And I'm very grateful You see what God says, consider the ant. He said if you put your work in, you will get a 30, 60, or 100 fold. Everybody may not agree with you, but your reward, or your I think he don't call it a reward. He calls it, I call it karma. He calls it something else. And I don't want to give you the wrong scripture, but he also talks about planting your seeds on thorny ground. As soon as you get something magnificent, someone will show up and try to steal it from you. And you just have to make sure that you continue to do what you know is right, and let God take care of those people. I actually don't want to say, I actually would like to call him the Most High. So when you hear me referring to, if you hear me saying God, I'm really meaning to say the Most High. Okay, so I think I'm about done wrapping up my harvest for the day. Just gonna do one walk around this corner. I think I see one more odd shaped cucumber. Look, I call it odd because look how fat it is. It looks like it's almost done. And I also see lots of green tomatoes here, but I'm really focusing in on this pepper plant right here. I don't know what kind of peppers these are, if they're like small or if they're supposed to get larger. So I'm gonna leave them there for a few more minutes, a few more days, and then I'm going to see what happens. And in the meantime, I'll pick these beans off of this green stalk and this kale, and I'll be back. So this is my harvest for today. This is collard greens and kale. Not sure how many pounds it is. And tomatoes, bush beans, and cucumbers. So I need to do something with this stuff quickly because, as you can see, a lot more will probably be here by this weekend. And I need to get those hot peppers off of there. See them? The red ones. I think this thing fell over. I think that I can get them while they're still green, and then I think if I leave them in the house, they'll continue to redden. I'm gonna have to get, okay, there it is. I thought I was gonna have to get some help for that because I didn't want it to break my I think this is called hardy pomegranate. It's a pomegranate tree. It came back too. And then a hardy fig up there. But this weekend I will probably be very busy, and I hope that I feel up to it. I haven't been feeling my best lately, but we keep pushing, right? Got to consider the ant, right? So Mr. Wright put two more 3x7 raised beds up for me, and I intend to fill them up right now with bush beans because by September they'll be ready, and then I can plant some collard greens down in here. Because you see in this other one that we just put up, I think it's 4 feet by 12 feet. I filled it all with those peppers, those really, really hot peppers. And the other peppers I put around. But some will come out round and red, and these are, I think they call it Carolina Reaper. I don't know. I guess they're red also. I don't know. I find out. It's my first time growing the Carolina Reaper and the cherry hot red tomato, whatever it is. So I noticed I have 2 volunteer tomatoes coming up here. So what I'm going to do once Mr. Wright filled these 2 3 by 7 foot raised beds up for me. I'm going to dig this one up because last year in this spot I grew Cherokee tomatoes. So I hope that's what it is. It's actually my favorite. I'm going to dig them up and put it inside of this bed because this side gets the most sun, and I'm going to go ahead and grow it up a trellis. And that's what I'll do with these two. So I'll put one on this side and one on that side. That's what I'll do. Now this thing right here where I planted those climbing beans, I put at least like 12 down here. They're not doing well, and I think it's because that cutworm is just killing them. So once he finishes filling these up, I'm not going to move those though because they don't like to be moved. I'm going to move the pole. I'm going to move the pole, and I'm going to put the pole inside of this bed. Fill it up with dirt, and then see if that makes a difference, with the beans. Or I could leave this here and finish my experiment because I have 2 more of these teepee kind of things. If I didn't give them away, no, I think I see one right there. One is there, and then one is up there on the hill. That one doesn't have anything in it. So I think I might move them and just see what happens, because I'm pretty sure cutworms got these, because they should be up and a lot higher. They should probably be to the top of this thing by now. So I don't know. I can't get mad at the animals. They gotta eat too. Plus I have so many volunteer things coming up. Like I have 2 volunteer blueberry bushes that have popped up. I have these 2 tomato plants right here that are up, and I'm almost 100% certain that they're purple Cherokee. And nice person gave me 9 tomato plants, and let's see, got some corn coming up there. I got some corn coming up over there also that Chelsea planted. And guys, I haven't been back here, like I said, because I haven't been feeling well. But also, let me just show you this. My neighbor's tree fell on my fence a couple of weeks ago, and he hasn't been very responsive. So it's crushed 2 sides of my fence there and 2 sides of my fence here, and he hasn't been very responsive about cleaning it up. So in addition to my blood pressure, I'm dealing with that. So I guess all these things, and the neighbor across the street backing into me, this one right here, and then some other things that have happened, it's really telling me I don't want to be so nice anymore. And it's a good thing I'm kind of old, because I'm very close to retirement. I don't want no problems. But I don't want no problems, and I don't want to die from high blood pressure. So we'll see. Okay, I'll wrap up in a minute. There's one more thing that I do notice here growing under this red hot cherry pepper plant. I have 3 things growing here. See that I did not plant. But last year in this container, I did plant a little small watermelon, and that's exactly what this looks like. Where is it? Right there. That looks like a watermelon leaf. And I hope they are, because that means they're perfect for my backyard, for my climate. So I think I may scoop them out before the roots get too big. Here they are, and put them in one of those 3x7 raised bed that Mr. Wright just recently built for me, and see what happens. Well, what's this? Oh, this right here. Can you see it, guys? Let me see. Where is it? This is not a good bug. You have any bugs like this? You better go ahead and take them off and kill them. they'll mess your stuff up. I know that's bad. I know everything deserves a chance to live, but had it not showing up while I was right here, it had more odds in his favor. Okay, now I really do think I'm done for today with my harvest. Be right here on the table. Mr. Wright will come out and get it for me, and here we go. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm looking at some more volunteer tomatoes right here, right there. So there is no complaining. Let's see. I thought I saw one back here too. I did. Right there, right down there on the ground. Then that one that's down there on the ground, I'm going to move that to the new one of those 3x7 I think it's 3x7 beds. And also I cleared up some space in this one, and it already has a trellis on this side. Now I do have one tomato plant growing over there that was gifted to me. I think I'm going to put, because this thing is big and wide and high, I think I may put one of those tomato plants here and one on the all the way on the other side, and let them grow in here too. One of those volunteers. And you know, my point about being grateful and not complaining too much, because you see, I have God takes care of me even when I am, even when I haven't even worked for it. I guess I worked for it last year, but that's what I mean about your reward. If you read in the book of Mark chapter 9, and I'm sure in some other places too, this is blossoming right, no good. He will tell you about sowing your seed on good soil, and what happens when you don't sow your seed on good soil. This is a water issue, guys. Yes, this one didn't get enough water. And you can have it on stony ground, or you can have it on good ground. Now I choose to have mine on good ground, and I hope you will too. And if you guys have any questions or recommendations or concerns for me, please let me know, okay? And have a great day.